Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming. On this video tutorial today, we're gonna make Jenga block Jesus, Mary, and Joseph Christmas ornaments. We're gonna use a variety of different sizes of Jenga blocks, and then I'm gonna show you a couple other things like how you can use clothespins, how you can use little wood slices, how you can use these, I don't know what these things are called, these little chips. So I have just a big variety of things to show you. This was a project that we did last year as well here at DiyDreaming, and you guys loved it, so I wanted to do it again, only broaden it just a little bit. And the thing about this project is it's super affordable and it's a super sweet way to start a conversation with your child or your grandchild about the true meaning of Christmas and what actually occurred that we're celebrating for Christmas. So I think this is a great craft to do with the young people in your life. All right, as you're hopping on, say hi, let me know where you're watching from. Feel free to sprinkle if you would like to, that really helps me, and feel free to ask questions. All right, so these are the ones that I made last year. This little one, I made these. I made some of them with a star and some of them without a star. They all have a zillion glue strings on them. And then these are the two that I made, one with a star and one without a star. So I'm going to show you the whole entire thing from start to finish. And I've been working on some new ones today. Okay, so what are Jenga blocks? Well, they're this game, which is also called Tumbling Tower. And you can get these in a toy store. You can find these at Walmart, Target. You can find the little miniature ones that are like this size at Dollar Tree in the kids department. And when you get them there, they come in a variety of different finishes. And you get probably 20 pieces, 25 pieces for $1. And then these are called driftwood chips. These came from Hobby Lobby. We're going to use some of those. These came from my children's toy box. When we were thinning things out, I thought, hey, I could craft with those. And these are some of this big one. Okay, and then I'm going to show you how I do the heads. I'm going to show you how we hang them. I'm going to show you how you make the little baby Jesus using some burlap. Okay, so let's start with the most basic one. Okay, you could use two of these little Jenga blocks together. And what I like to do to make it look like one is bigger than the other is I'm going to glue them together like this. So the taller one is Joseph and the shorter one is Mary. All right, and I am using my low temperature hot glue gun, which I think is a good idea for this project because you will get glue all over your fingers. This is a Sure Bonder, under $10. You can get these at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, I mean pretty much everywhere. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on the side of one of these Jenga blocks and try to have them be straight. So the taller one is going to be Joseph and the shorter one's going to be Mary. Oh, look at all those smiley faces and sprinkles. Thank you. I so appreciate that. Okay, and then for their heads, personally, I like to just use a variety of sizes of these wood beads. And I know they have a hole in one end of them, but we're going to actually put our jute, glue it into the hole on the top of the head, and that's going to be our hanger. So I don't mind the hole on them. So you want to pick two heads that are about the right scale for Mary and Joseph, and then you want to pick a smaller head for Jesus. Okay, just so the scale is right. So I have two of these, whoops, and then a smaller one. All right, and I'm going to start by gluing my heads on Joseph and Mary. And this is just this one style. We'll do multiple styles. You'll see how quick these go together. And then you can use your heat gun or a hot blow dryer to melt all the glue strings when you're finished, okay? So now I'm gonna show you how to do the hanger, and then we'll assemble, we'll make a baby Jesus, all right? Okay, so you can use any kind of jute or twine that you like. You could even use some of this wool yarn. And you can use natural color, whatever you like. I'm just gonna use this one for right now. This is natural polished hemp from Walmart, and I use it in a ton of different craft projects. All right, so I'm going to put my jute in the top of the head of one of these people. This is Joseph. And then I'm just shooting some hot glue into it with my glue gun on two sides. And oh boy, did I tell you there's gonna be glue strings, because there's gonna be glue strings for miles. And then you just need to decide how long do you want your little hanger to be. And let's say that's plenty long. So we'll put the hanger into Mary's head. And I'm just gonna squirt some hot glue into this hole. These aren't very heavy, you don't have to worry too much about it. We'll clean it up after. Okay, so that's the basics. And then you can use any kind of burlap or burlap ribbon in any color you have. The ribbon I had last year I liked the best, but I don't have it this year. So it was not wired, but it had a hem or a seam on either side, and it was, let me get my ruler in case you want to try to look for this. I think it might have come from Dollar Tree. It was about 1.5 inches wide. So I don't have any more of this, but I did have this. And this was something that I cut off of another piece of burlap. I can't even remember what, but you could use some of this 5.5 inch wide burlap. You could use some burlap fabric. You could do a ton of different things. So I'm just going to guesstimate, we can always cut this smaller, how big we want the blanket that Jesus is wrapped in to be. And we're gonna glue the head in the center, but this time, instead of having the holes go up, they're gonna go to the side. I'll lift this up and show it to you. And we're gonna, when we glue this, fold it over and glue it over Jesus, we're gonna kind of put a little bit of glue on the head right there so that we can cover that in the way we fold the little blanket around him. See, that one's gone. And then I'll just do the same thing on the other side. And now we have our little baby Jesus. And then it's completely up to you if you want to do this, but you can also take a little bit of jute and tie it around the waist, or you can tie it all the way around all of the characters, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. And that's what we're going to do on this one, although on this one, which I'll show you in a minute, I just did it around the baby Jesus. So here are our pieces. And if you just hopped on, when I'm finished, go back and watch this video from the start, because I tell you everything you need to know. Okay, so I'm gonna lay Jesus across the front of this couple with his head just below Joseph, which is the taller one. And I have seen this project done on Pinterest other ways, but this is just my way, which my way tends to be a little bit plainer, and I have some stuff back here I want to show you that's sort of more my style, and maybe that will explain why I like things a little bit plainer. Okay, so then I can just take this little piece of jute . and it's just tied around. Push it so it's sort of straight. And then I'm going to cut these ends short. Okay, you could say done right here, or you could add a star if you want. And the stars are super easy to add. They look like this. They came from Dollar Tree in a package. Like I haven't found that one this year, but I'll show you this other one. They come in a package that looks kind of like this. They're DIY wood stickers, and they have stars and they have Christmas trees on the one that has the stars. Okay, or you could use something different if you want, but this is the idea of what I'm using. So I am just going to put a little, it has a little adhesive dot on the back of it, but I'm just gonna put a little, and it can go either way you want, on top of Mary's head or Jesus's head. I'm just gonna put some glue on the front of this twine and stick my star on here. And that is it. What do you guys think? Other than all the glue sticks, glue strings everywhere. Easy, huh? Can you imagine how sweet it would be to be making these with your little one? Maybe you need to do the hot glue, or if they're old enough to do hot glue, just use a low temperature hot glue gun, and tell them to be careful not to get it on their fingers. But it's such a cute, quick craft. Okay, so that's one way. The ones I made last year, I combined 2 different sizes of wood pieces. So I used one of these blocks that came out of my kids' toys and a small Jenga block, and I glued them together like this, I think. Yeah. So I won't do this whole thing, but I just want to show you that you can use a variety of different things, and they don't have to all be exactly the same size. So that's basically what I did. We put the heads on, then we put the jute through the holes on the heads, and made Jesus and put him on there. But that is how I did these last year, so you can see. Okay? All right, so let's do another style. All right, I have some bigger Jenga blocks, which are also called tumbling tower pieces. And they look like this, and they come in 2 different finishes. I don't have heads that are this color or wood balls, so I'm just using the completely natural ones. But we're gonna do the exact same thing. So we're gonna start by putting our 2 people together, and I'm gonna put Mary so that she looks a little bit shorter than Joseph. Okay, and then we'll pick out our heads, and so these are bigger, so I'm gonna use a bigger size head. Oops. Okay. Easy, easy, easy peasy. Okay, and then let me get some, we'll just use the same polished hemp. But it could seriously be whatever kind of jute you have. And I'm just going to put it in the larger head first and squeeze some hot glue in there. Figure out how long do you want it to be. I've seen these done where they have like almost a halo kind of thing. That would be sweet too. Just take the idea and make it your own in whatever style you like the best. So you can probably see how much glue I have on my fingers. That's why I really, really recommend that you use a low temperature hot glue gun. Okay, and then since these are bigger figures, like this is the finished one, we're gonna use a bigger head for Jesus. And I'm gonna use this same scrap of burlap that I have because this is what I have. Use what you have whenever possible. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna lay the head in the center and have the holes be poking to the sides so we can cover them up. And I've really made this one way too big. That's even still too big. Okay, so then we're gonna go over the little hole and down so we can cover that up. This one's too long as well. Do the same thing on this side. So what do you guys think? Do you like this project? You love these, but you can't find the wood pieces. Oh my goodness, if you just start looking, I promise you'll find them. They're everywhere. You can get just little wood blocks in the wood crafting section at Hobby Lobby. Go to your Dollar Tree and look for the little miniature thing that looks like this. It says Tumbling Tower is the name of it. It's in the kids' toys. Or look in the kids section at Walmart, Target, and see if they have any tumbling tower things, that kind of deal. Okay, so here's our little baby, and I'm just gonna glue the baby this way so it's on the, its head is on Joseph's side, because I think it looks better that way. Okay, and then we can add a star. And now we're gonna do these little sliced twig things, and then we'll do the clothespin ones. Okay, and I could come back and put some jute around the center of this. I like this more natural look, but maybe you want to paint yours, that's an option. Or stain them, that would be pretty too. Or you want to do halos. I do have something out to show you if you want to do that. And there we go. See how quick that came together. Okay, so you could also use some of these little pipe cleaners that are metallic if you wanted to hang your couple, and they have them in gold as well, you could use these to create halos on your figures if you would like. So here's one with the thing tied around the tummy, and here's one without it. I made both of those in no time at all. Okay, let's do this one. All right, these are called wood stems. They're from Dollar Tree. They come in a variety of different sizes. I just chose these, and I chose a couple that were let's see. What do I have in here? One that's longer than the other. Okay, so that is too thin. Okay, we'll do these two right here. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glue them together, but I'm going to lower one of them just a little bit. And then let's choose our heads. That sounds really funny. Let's get a smaller one for Jesus. Wait, this one has a humongous hole in it. Okay, and then you put your heads on. I'm at the same stage with both of those. You love my ideas. Well, stay with me, you guys, because I have some more natural kind of looking stuff that I got out back here that I want to show you as well. So stay with me to the end. You don't have to always like this style, but if sometimes you like a more natural kind of look, I know I do sometimes, then stay with me and I'm going to show you a couple things that I've made recently that have more that look. Okay, so let's do our thing in the head. I need another glue stick. And then you just decide how long do you want your hanger to be. There we go, the start of that. The glue strings do come off. They just look super messy until you can clean them up a little bit. Okay, so let's make our baby Jesus, and I'm gonna use the same fabric, the same little piece of burlap as what I've done for everything else, because this is what I have. And again, we're gonna lay the head on it so the holes point out to the side. This is about how far down it is. You can see the holes are on the sides. Okay, and here's our baby Jesus. And then we can use, where's my piece of jute? Oh, here it is. So you can kind of see that I have like this, just this formula that I just kind of figured out last year when I made these for the first time. And you can change what you make them out of, but the basics are the same. So there is the baby. And then if you wanted, you could put one of these little stars on here. And that's it. So isn't that sweet? Oh my gosh, I just love it. Okay, let's make one with clothespins. And I have a couple different ways to show you how to do that. All right, in case you didn't know, clothespins come in all different sizes. So these are just the variety of sizes that I happen to have on hand right now. You can see that some are taller, some are wider, and then you can get these little miniature ones. So for this couple right here, I glued the heads on, and then I just glued the two clothespins together right here and right down here. And then we did the exact same thing. We put the heads on, put the jute through the holes in the top and put our baby Jesus on. And for him, I tied the little piece of jute around just the baby Jesus and glued it to the front of these. So that's style 1. Style number 2 is sort of like these. We made these last year. Do you remember these snowflakes made out of clothespins? Okay, so let's make some of this. Here's one where basically what you're going to do is you're going to take your clothespin apart, and they'll have this little piece that'll just come right off, which you can hang on to that for a future project. And then you're going to turn it wrong side out and you're going to glue your 2 pieces together like this. So I have 2 ready to go, and these are going to become our Jesus and Mary. And so I think I'll glue them together and then we'll do the heads on them next. Let's see, I want to make one slightly taller. Okay, and then because these are so thin, I'm not going to use a giant head, although that looks too small. Let's use a more medium size wood bead. Had to sort of tilt them a little bit to get them both on there. All right, and then let's do our hanger. You made the tiny ones and you love them. Oh, sweet. If you end up doing this project, I would love to see pictures. And you can share your pictures at the Facebook group that I set up for us to do that. It's called Dreamy DIY. If you haven't already joined that, you can just hop over there. It's a Facebook group. It's free. There's no cost to join it or stay a member of it. You're just going to type in your search bar here at Facebook, Dreamy, D-R-E-A-M-Y, space, D-I-Y. And it'll pull up the group. It's going to ask you some questions. Please answer those because we can't approve your request to join the group unless you do. It's going to ask you if you agree to be nice. Of course you do. It's going to ask you if you understand that we don't want you to share other crafters' videos here, please. And you're going to say yes. And then it's going to ask you not to agree not to sell anything on this group. And if you say yes, then we'll approve you, and you can look through the photos, and there's a ton of great craft projects there. And also, we'd love for you to share your photos there too. Okay, so here's the start of this. And let's make our little baby Jesus. Same thing. Exactly. But if you just hopped on and you want to know all the basics of this, go back to the very beginning when I'm done and watch it from the start. Gail says it's a beautiful project. Thank you. You know what, this is just the most beautiful project to make with the little people in your life also. I cannot wait till the day when I have little people in my life. Right now, my little people are all grown-ups, and but I can't wait to have grandkids one day in the distant future. Okay, here's our little baby, And I'm going to do the exact same thing as I did every other time. Just going to glue Jesus on here. When I'm all finished, stay with me because I want to show you this other stuff back here. But when I'm all finished, I will also get pictures. I'll just lay all these out somewhere and get pictures of all of them together so that you can look at them and get ideas for what you might want to do. I really do like the stars on these, especially since I keep mine so plain otherwise. So check out your Dollar Tree, your local Dollar Tree, and see if they have something like this, because I think it just adds a lot. And there we go. Here's the, oh my word. Here's the one with the two pieces of the clothespin glued together. And here's the one with the two pieces of clothespin not glued together. They're both, I think, super sweet. What do you think? Okay, I'm put everything aside for a minute. And I want to bring some of these other very natural kind of projects that I've done recently over just to show you. Okay, this is something that we're going to do probably tomorrow. These are sheet music Christmas trees on shish kebab spears with some silver glitter. So we'll be doing that. That's kind of a neutral project. This was something I made just recently that is one of my, it's gonna be one of my all-time favorite projects, I know. I picked these nails up when we were visiting Canada. We have some property up there, and on the edge of the water, on the rocks, were a whole bunch of old rusty nails. So I picked them up and brought them home. I had no idea what I was gonna do with them. And I made this beautiful cross, and then I did decoupage of sheet music on the back of this, and so this was a video that I did if you want to go back and watch. It was a Christ in Crafting on a Sunday. Probably, when did I do that? Probably a month and a half ago. Okay, and then these were some trees that we made that are also very neutral, that have vintage mother of pearl buttons on them and lace, and this is just made out of corrugated cardboard. And then these were some other ones that we did, and I just, this look, this creamy textured look just completely appeals to me. I don't know if you like that style or not, but I definitely do. And then these we did just a couple days ago. These are my wood shim and popsicle stick trees. So these are wood shims and these are popsicle sticks. Well, they're actually larger jumbo craft sticks, but they're like a popsicle stick. So if you missed that video, this was a super easy project. And I just absolutely love how it turned out. It's in my videos, and you can go back and watch it anytime you would like. What else do I have back here? Well, I'm so drawn to anything that's cream and black, and this was a sign that I made with a black and white ribbon that says old-fashioned sleigh rides. Isn't that cute? And then let me show you one more thing, which I need to fix because the star just fell off of it this week. And it's probably a good thing that it did, because I want to use a smaller something for the star. Move these guys out of the way. Okay, this was a Tassel Christmas tree sign that I made with a vintage tin tart thing on the top. Isn't that cute? And totally, totally my style again. So all these projects that we do here at DIY Dreaming, when I do them in super neutral colors and themes, you can take this idea and you can make one of these yarn tassel Christmas tree signs using any color or style of yarn that you like. You could put it on any kind of wood frame, paint that any color you like, use any kind of a little doodad for your star on the top. Anyways, Penny's saying she got to watch me make that and it was really cute. I love, this is also one of my favorite projects. I can't decide if I want to put this one back on it, or I know I have some smaller little tart tins that I might put on where it fell off, just that might be a little bit more to scale for the tree. But that's what I wanted to show you. So where did I get the blue mat? This is a silicone mat. It has lines on the other side. It was given to me by one of my followers, and I think she said she ordered it on QVC. They're great for baking and crafting because nothing sticks to it. Hot glue, nothing. And I just throw mine in the sink with some soapy dishwater and dish soap and wipe it off, let it dry. And I mean, you can paint on this and paint comes off. You can hot glue on it and hot glue comes off. It's just great to work with. But you can also find these on Amazon. I saw them, and you can get all different colors. They're called silicone craft sheets or something like that. Could you Velcro or magnet back the star to the board? That's a great idea. Yes, I absolutely could. What about inverting the star over the tassel? Oh, like that? Ooh, that could be super cute. Anyways, this is just something I need to get fixed this week, but I hope that you liked our Jesus and Mary and Joseph Jenga block Christmas ornaments and that you'll do them. They take absolutely no time at all. You don't have to have any special craft supplies, really. And if you do, I'd love to see pictures. So that's what I wanted to show you today. I think I may come back later because I have a bunch of things that I want to show you. So we'll see how my day pans out. So you might look for me again later. Do a this, that's a heart, or this, or say something to me in the comments if you want to see what I have coming up this week. That is basically what Facebook's algorithms like. And they don't want to show you stuff that they don't think you're interested in seeing. So if you engage by doing a heart or a thumb or saying something in the comments and liking and following this page, then they say, ah, she wants to see DIY Dreaming, so she or he. So we'll put this Hiedi stuff in their feed. All right. Well, thank you to everyone for watching. Thank you so much for all the stars. I appreciate that. And I will see you guys possibly later today, if not for sure tomorrow. All right. Have a great day.